Roll sound.
Speed.
Roll camera.
Speeding.
Slate.
Scene 1, take 1. Mark.
And action.
Well, we're excited to have with us premiere of another show right here in Orange County's only community radio station. That's a Wrap with Steve Cedarquist of Flip or Flop fame. That's hard to say all in one sentence here. Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. How you doing there?
I'm doing good here. You can't believe how many people listening on the Facebook Live thing. Oh my goodness, how many people did we pack in the studio today? How many people do you know? You must be because I know you're on a reality show, but from that, the reality is we can only get so many people in the studio here.
That's true. You're definitely limited on space, Paul.
So welcome to That's a Wrap. Well, give us your background and tell us what That's a Wrap's all about.
Well, you know what? We came up with a name. We kind of went back and forth with a lot of different names, and we decided that it's a wrap just for the fact that it's you know what? We want to talk about whatever and any subjects on the table, gloves off, and you know, we're not here.
Well, you got your shoes off already.
I do. My shoes are off. I came dressed casual. I'm comfortable. And yeah, we just want everybody to just kind of feel comfortable here and not, no, we're not going to hammer anybody too bad. Well, I don't know, but Linda here though, I don't know. She's got some pretty interesting things to say.
So you come across the most interesting people. You did a couple test shows. You had one of the stars from Little Women. Was that the
Little People LA?
People LA
yeah.
on the show. And you're just, from this flip or flop thing, you have suddenly found yourself at the center of this reality show storm here. You're everywhere. You're at events and all this stuff.
I love it. Yeah, it's good. Christy from Little People LA. Yeah, she's become a good friend, and I've met some really fun people. I think probably the only person I probably didn't like when I met was Gary Busey. So if you're listening, Gary, I don't like you.
Gary.
Yeah, he was very rude. I was just like, dude, what's up? But I guess he's kind of crazy, right?
He's a little crazy.
Yeah, he's crazy.
So just from that exposure, you're now going to all these Hollywood. You've entered a whole world of celebrity family. You had a big successful business. Tell us about that. You had a big successful business which you sold. This big construction company here.
Well, it's kind of like when you buy a boat. I don't know if any of you guys ever have a boat.
I always wanted to have a boat. But...
No. Well, here's the deal. The two best times in your life was when you buy a boat and when you sell the boat.
I heard exactly.
And it was kind of the same way when I sold the construction company in December. Mm-hmm. I was. It was just, I'd run it for 15 years and I was just I was done. Time to do something different. And
but you built it pretty big. You were doing stuff all over the place, Vegas and here and everywhere. This wasn't just like your little local mom and pop construction company here.
Yeah, Vegas is still open. Well, Vegas Reno side's still open, and that's Steve Cedarquist Designs, and we're doing flipping out there in Vegas, Henderson, Reno. Yeah, we've got about 4 or 5 projects going on there at any given time.
But as big as that became, now all of a sudden, did you ever think you didn't get you made money off it, but you didn't necessarily get famous off of having it. Most business people don't get famous in that sense off of having a business.
No,
where people know their name or recognize them or whatever here.
You know what I did? I used to do it back in the day when I was living up in Brentwood. I lived up kind of that way, and I was doing Jerry Brockheimer's house. I did a lot with Jerry. I've done a lot.
You name
with
dropper here. Go ahead.
I am. No, I did. It was so funny. Just real funny about him. When he was just. This was back in the 80s when he just became famous and
Top Gun, movies like that.
He had just done Flashdance, Top Gun, Beverly Hills Cop.
Right.
And it was cool. It was I really liked seeing him success, and I would do a lot of smaller things. I'm a finished carpenter by trade, so I would do a lot of just smaller, make lamps and crazy stuff, and then he'd tell me he didn't like it and he'd throw it out, but he'd pay me anyway. And
that's the way they are. Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? That's what you ordered. And then Melanie Griffith's house down in Antonio Banderas' house down in Peninsula. I took care of their house for 4 years, and personal house. They never lived there. I've met them twice in the 4 years.
And you're working in their house all the time.
No, they actually let me live there. Because they were never there. They're like, "Can you live in our house on a peninsula?" I'm like, I don't know. It's kind of hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's been fun. I've had a good time.
So you were hanging with celebrities, but did you think? I guess that's my point. Is did you ever think you'd be on the other side of the camera? I mean, you're hobnobbing with these people and working with these people, but
no, I'm not. My best blessing of my life was working with Tarek and Christina. They're amazing people, amazing parents, and they're one of my biggest supporters. They are. They've been very nice and generous to me, and I really do appreciate them.
Okay. And how did you get that gig? I mean, how did did they call you, or did you find them, or?
I was drinking a beer and I was watching Flipper Flop, and I was looking at the guy and I'm like, gosh, I could do. I didn't want to be trying to be pompous, but I could do a better job. But
Right.
so I Facebooked her, and I didn't know it was her, but she got back to me within like 5 minutes and said,
my goodness.
we'd like to meet you. And I'm like, oh shit.
Okay.
So I met him the next day, and then I did a house for him, and then they liked me, and they put me on camera, and that's what happened. So here I am.
It was just that easy.
Yeah.
From a beer to a Facebook to a on camera thing. That's the way
should I
life
say
works.
thank you to Corona? Yeah, I'm gonna give a big shout
All
out.
good stories start with a beer.
All the stories start with a beer. Yeah, Corona, and yeah, there we go.
Nothing interesting starts with an iced tea.
No, that's exactly right.
That's true.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's true. Very good. I like that.
I like that. All right, so that's how you found that. I'm just trying to get the background as people listen to these shows.
Mm-hmm.
And how many seasons have you been, or were you on that show?
I was on for 3 seasons, 12 episodes, and I've done like 17 houses for him.
And people now probably walk up to you periodically, maybe not every day, but they recognize you from the show, or they say, hey, you know.
They do. I get it. It's usually weird. It's
Hey,
usually
Flipper
cops.
Flop.
It's usually cops. It's kind of weird. I go to the airport a lot because I travel a lot, and they before they really knew me, they'd look at me and I'm like, I'd go in
know
a
you
bar
from
or something
somewhere,
or
yeah,
wherever,
right.
and people would look at me like, I know that guy from somewhere, and I'm thinking, no, dude, it wasn't me, and I don't owe you money, you know. But after the show started to air and the reruns, and then I got more noticed, so it was
Okay.
cool. No, it was. I'm very blessed.
Is there a reality show in your future here maybe someday? Would you want to do more of that? Would you do your own reality show?
Paul, you read my mind. We've actually got a show I'm working on right now.
That's what I
just working on some stuff, but yeah, we've got a show that we're doing some sizzle reels for right now. So
All right. Well, how
look
cool.
forward soon.
All right. Well, welcome to OC Talk Radio. Who'd you bring with you today here?
I don't know. I just
People
I
followed
don't know.
you.
I was just looking for people, and I just
They recognized you from the show, and they followed you up here. Right. Exactly.
No, I have Megan O'Brien with me here.
Megan O'Brien. There's a good Irish name.
Yes, hello. That also started with the beer.
Oh, are we
And
going to
I
hear
ha-
that story today? No.
Yeah,
maybe not.
started with the beer. Yeah, and I have Linda Jenkins. She is an author, and I have an amazing book. I actually just read this book yesterday. It's the top
Were you
10
drinking
things.
beer while you read it? Or no.
No, I wasn't actually. This was a sober event. This was the top 10 things people lie about on online dating sites and why.
Wow. Hold it up to the camera so everybody can see it here.
There you go.
Top 10. How did you meet her, and why, and what's this all about?
We're all Facebook friends.
Really?
Yes, we are.
This is really this is the new world of. When people say I have Facebook friends, like, no, you don't. You don't have friends on Facebook. You may
do.
know them, but they're not little like friends with them. You don't ever see them or talk with them or hang out with them.
Paul, we're here. We're living testimony that Facebook works.
Facebook works. okay.
Facebook works.
Well-
And Conrad, he's hiding behind me. He's the moral support for the guy. Well, actually for Linda, but I'm going to use him on my side today.
Okay, he's backing you up. All right, well, I'll let you take over here and run with it. Here, it's your show. It's a wrap.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. You know what? This is, I'm really excited about doing this actually, guys. And first, I just want to jump right into this. Linda and I have been friends on Facebook for quite a while. And we got to talking, and she, when I was looking for guests for coming on, she had said, dude, I'd be perfect guest. And I said, why? And then she told me, she goes, I wrote this book. And I go, wrote this book? What's it called? Like I said earlier, the top 10 things people lie about on online dating on sites and why. So I was reading this book last night, so I really want to talk to you more about this and, see what's up. So tell
Do
me.
you want to know the lies, or are you
Yeah,
trying to pick
well-
up some lies, or no? Right.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand a lot of it. I mean, come on, you go online and you don't, you're gonna lie about your weight or lie about your height and all that kind of.
Absolutely. Everybody lies about their height, even on their driver's license, and their weight.
I'm 6 foot, but my kids tell me I'm 5'11" and 3/4, and I'm shrinking.
Sure. We all, mostly guys, measure themselves because when they get older, they shrink.
They shrink?
Yeah.
Just their height, right? No other areas?
Well, their height. Yes, their height.
This is starting to get rude here, but go ahead.
Yeah,
right.
come on.
Their height.
I can't do online dating because I find men worry about women lying, and they worry that women are lying about their age or their weight, and I'm just worried that he's a serial killer. You know,
That's true.
We're all
Well, the
worried about
reason-
different
Wow,
things.
yeah, different things
That,
to worry
no,
about.
that's a good point. And the
You're not
reason-
worried whether he's 2 inches shorter than he.
Yeah, no, I'm worried about heads in the freezer.
Yeah.
Well, that's,
Do you do a freezer check when you go to their house? I think, yeah, I don't know. It's, yeah.
Megan, you brought up a good point. There's a lot of women out there, just I'm talking from a women's perspective, that are scared, and when they get hit up on online dating, usually the guy, 95% of the time, wants a full-length picture, and he wants, he wants to see you a recent picture, because there's so many frauds out there. There's a lot of women. I hear this from men all the time. My audience, people email me, guys, and then guys that I've interviewed, and the number one thing they're worried about is when they go to meet the person, they're 50 pounds heavier, and they can't. A lot of them told me that they're in the lobby in the restaurant waiting for them, don't even notice that that person is right in front of them because they look completely different. And the reason why women do this is because they take a chance. They think and I've asked the women, and they say, well, we just take a chance that this person is going to like me and overlook my weight. And that is like the worst thing you can do. So, and I wrote that in the book. I said, you always need to post a recent picture. And, so if you're overweight, you don't want to attract a guy but you might want to attract a guy that's, super fit and good looking, but he's going to not like you, most likely. So
Truth in advertising, yeah. Why be fake and show up and be somebody different?
Say you're older and say you're fatter, and then everybody's happy when you show up.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
what I would do.
You've exceeded their expectations.
what I
Set the
write,
bar really, really low.
what I write is
Fat and ugly.
I write to the guys in this book saying, if you can't picture the woman with at least 20 pounds weight over what she puts on her profile, don't go out with her. Because, generally, especially women, our weight fluctuates, and if they can't picture it like that, then don't go out with her.
Right.
well, guys, the same way. In my closet, I got 3 different sizes of pants. It's just, I've got this size, this size, this size.
Yes.
And yeah, I think it's just normal. I think it's just, we kind of fatten up for the winter.
Right. But
It's
there's
just-
a lot of frauds out there, and a lot of fraud women and men that they put old pictures up, 10 years old pictures. They just take a chance. The same thing with the guys. They take a chance too.
I
What do they
always
take a
feel
chan-
bad. I'm very photogenic. I know that. I see some pictures of myself, and I'm like, who is that person? They're adorable. And then sometimes I'll like meet someone. I'm like, I'm really sorry. I know I'm very photogenic. I didn't touch it.
Wow.
No,
I love that.
it's true.
Never looked at
That's
it
awesome.
that way.
That's cool. I mean, so what's like, what do you hear the biggest complaint? Is that what you hear the biggest
Yes.
complaint is?
The weight.
The weight?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that one of the top 10 things people lie
That
about?
seem-
Then wait.
Yes, it is.
I feel like I'm on the what's the show Family Feud? What's the top 3 reasons? We have surveyed 1,000 people, and so number 1 would be weight.
Well, with men, it's height, and with women, it's width.
Is it? Why would men? I guess
That's
it's never
very
occurred to
true.
me to lie about. I'm a tall guy, so I guess I don't think
So
about
men
it.
don't. I'm confused. So men don't like women who lie about their height.
No,
No,
other way
opposite.
around.
Oh, okay.
The women don't like the men that lie. It's happened to me several times, and it happens to my audience as well.
So the guy wants to be taller and the woman wants to be thinner, and they project that out, and then the people are disappointed when they meet him. I thought you were 6 foot. You're 5'2". Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, what if they
Happens all
set the
time.
bar like go to farmers only? What is that one? That seems a little bit more like
There is a dating site like for
There,
farmers.
there
on
is.
that
It's
site.
like farm. I saw it online the other day. It was like
Yeah, there's-
farmers only or something.
There's hundreds of thousands of dating sites.
I'm going to start
Really?
and just call it like you get what you get.
Yeah, exactly. You get what you get.
This
Exactly.
is it.
Yeah,
That's a
but-
wrap. We should call it That's a Wrap. That's it.
You get what you get.
It's over.
So tell me more about so about your book. Okay, like you obviously had a lot of experiences, and you were during our phone call you were talking about the reason you wrote this just because you had such a big demand, and you do it. I mean, your blog is huge.
Yes.
Your blog, you have like how many millions of people? What is
3
it?
million.
3 million people
3 million
read your
people.
blog about what? About
Wow.
online dating?
Yes, I talk all about online dating relationships, how to avoid nightmares, and what to do, what not to do when you're online dating. And a lot of people need help. I've realized that when I first started this, I didn't realize how much help people really needed. And it's just, I discovered through writing all these blogs and people emailing me and contacting me that there's a lot more problems out there than I originally thought.
It's the ultimate reality show.
Definitely.
When she
There you
started, obviously there's a lot of people that there's a lot of peril in the online dating, and people want their problems solved, but there's also a lot of people who just can't look away from the horrible train wrecks that are happening out there. So there's just a lot of content.
So true. I get, my audience is people that know people that are online dating, or they're online dating, or they just like to read the blogs for pure entertainment.
Now, here's what I don't understand. Last time I dated, as I mentioned to Steve, Ronald Reagan was president. I have been off the market a while here.
So do you currently use those pictures?
Yes. If I were to go back, I would use those pictures. Absolutely. So
Don't do it.
You know what you should do? Paul, let me ask a question.
Go ahead.
What if you put a thing out there saying, look, I want to make sure that these are like recent pictures. Have a newspaper or like a magazine, like a recent.
Yeah. They got to show a picture. They got to show up a
Well,
magazine behind it. Today's newspaper. Yeah.
True. I mean, that's a good point. But what I tell my readers is to Google the person before you go out with them.
Google 'em?
And Google them, and then also before you ever go out and meet them in person, get them on the phone. Don't ever meet anybody without talking to them first. Get them on the phone.
No blind date. We just show up. And
Right. Well, yes, and then that's when you hit them with, so you're 6'1"?
So you got to interrogate them. I mean, like you're assuming that they're lying. You got to make sure. It's like you're putting them in the third degree here.
It's not really the way you present it.
So the question I was getting to is, why has the world changed? Is it just the nature of being online that you can be fake or phony?
Absolutely. People are fake on Facebook.
I think if you're so concerned if somebody's 6'1", though, that's the reason you're single. Do you know what I mean? It's like
If you're obsessed with that.
I just can't do. I personally, I tried it for a hot second, and I was so depressed by the whole situation. I got off it. But I can't tell if I like someone by swiping. Like, I just can't. It doesn't work for me.
Well, if you say swipe, you're talking about Tinder.
Or actually, I was told Bumble.
Oh, Bumble, that's what
Bumble.
Bumble. I don't recommend Bumble.
Okay, what one
I
would
was
you
on Stumble
recommend?
for a while. No, that's another one.
I would recommend Match.com. Number one, this is the reason why. Number one, you have to pay for it. It's not cheap. So you're going to get more quality selection on Match.com.
You don't have to pay for Tinder. I don't know how any of these work. You don't have to pay for the Tinders and
Yes, you
stuff.
do have to pay for Tinder, but it's not as expensive as Match.com. Tinder it doesn't give you enough information about the person.
Like, I can't tell from someone's face
Right.
if I like. How the heck do you know anything?
Exactly. So you need a profile to read, and you need their bio to read, and many pictures.
What about eHarmony? I remember you used to see that a lot, and
I've tried
people getting-
eHarmony. I've tried that before. What I don't like about that is they don't let you see the picture of the person you're talking to until a certain amount of time.
Really?
Yeah.
I know that.
Why do they do that?
It's just part of their psychological
You're supposed to
format.
get
I
to
think that's
like
a good
'em.
thing. I do.
Yeah.
Not
I
so
guess you get to know the
superficial.
person and
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I honestly, I did it years ago. I did, eHarmony. And it's funny because you bring up some of the points, and you're right. A couple of the women that I had gone out with, they didn't look like they did in their picture. And at the time, you don't think much about it. You just kind of like, wow, maybe, it was right around Thanksgiving. Maybe she had a, great holiday season. And, I'm not being mean. I'm just, I didn't.
She parked up for
I'll tell-
Thanksgiving.
You know
here.
what? I'm going to tell you this, and this is for everybody. What you see is what you get. Okay. So if they're 30 pounds overweight, 20 pounds overweight,
That's it.
that's what you're going to get. Same with the guy, especially when you're older, maybe 45 to 60, and you're online dating. What you see is what you're going to get, especially with men and women. They're set in their ways, especially men. They don't change much.
I don't know. I've put on a lot of weight this year. I haven't had a meal in like 3 weeks. I've just been having coffee.
I brought some beef jerky. I have it here. I can feed the troops. I'm good.
So are you all single? Everybody in the room here? So I'm not. I've been married now for 30 years, but I'm gathering that everybody on camera here is single.
I'm
or-
single.
Yeah.
Conrad's single.
As it turns out, this is actually a meetup for single people.
We're
I
actually,
didn't
we have
see
a
the
bunch of
sign
chi-
downstairs.
Yeah, what's that? Okay, what about that one thing? I had a friend invite me years ago to that thing where it's called speed dating.
Yeah.
Yes.
and I was just like mortified. I was just like, what is this? It was like, it felt like such a freak show. No, I'm not putting anybody down. I mean, if that's what works for you, that's good. You know, whatever floats your boat. But
I can tell you, I don't agree with that.
Okay.
Because it's too much pressure.
Yeah.
It's too much pressure. And when you go on when you do something like that, you don't want to feel pressure or any stress.
So how does it work? I don't.
You get to spend a certain amount of time.
You jump from table to table or
Correct.
something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
speed dating. Yeah, you want to. Yeah, it was weird. It was because I get to talking and I just get to know it. You know, you just starting to get to know the person, and the next thing you know, it's like, okay, time blah, blah, you know, and you're just like, oh my god, I feel like I'm at work.
Yeah, I know. I don't like that concept, but on my website, what I write about and talk about on our podcast, we've had many podcasts, right? Conrad's my producer. We do them all the time.
He's observing. That's why he's looking at all our boards and everything.
Yeah.
See if we're doing it right here.
I just my whole website's about how to avoid dating disasters, how to help yourself, how to make yourself better, what to say in your profile, what not to say, plus a lot of dating disasters. I just went through one with I actually came up with a real gigolo. A real one.
A real one?
Seriously?
Yes, and that's my latest blog.
Did he have a card or something that said
no,
real gigolo?
No, but
Stamp
it's my latest blog. So if you go to my website, lindasdatelist.com.
Wait, you dated the gigolo?
No, I didn't date him. I talked to him because the reason I talked to him, I knew what he was doing.
Oh.
I talked to them to get a story so that I could write about it to help other people.
Nice.
Yeah, and then also on the website, I also wrote 5 signs, sure signs that you're dating a gigolo. And that's a free gift for anybody that goes to the website. They can download it.
Is that really hard, like, to figure out, do you think?
Oh, no. I
always wanted to be a gigolo. How do you get to be a gigolo? I don't even know where you go train to be a
I kind of feel like
gigolo.
if a man doesn't have, you know, like a job and isn't around in the evening and has money, like, couldn't you kind of figure it out?
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
no, but you would be surprised.
it's not like CIA work.
Well, there's a lot of women out there that are maybe older, overweight. They're looking for that. They've already reached a success financially.
Yeah.
And the guys are scamming Facebook. This is where this guy came from. And online dating sites for those type of women. So I wrote all about how to avoid that and how to know you're doing it and what to do if you're doing it. Plus all the
so like they're reaching these women and then they're dating them and the women are paying them.
Yeah, they pay for everything. The women pay for everything.
They don't give them a salary though. It's not like a.
Yes,
price.
they do.
Do they give them a price list?
Yes, they do. They give them an allowance. They buy them smartphones. But the funny thing is they have smartphones, but the woman that's paying for that smartphone, the reason why he wants it is because he tells her, "Oh, I need a phone, so
yeah,
you
but
can get a hold
men
of
have been
me."
doing this for years and no one really cares. So what?
Yeah,
is
exactly.
so what is it? Maybe they want to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, some women they like it, but the problem is they get one of these gigolos. They love it. They're on cloud 9. Then he dumps her.
Oh.
Because he's drained her dry, or
Bigger,
he's
better deal.
Oh, yeah,
bigger,
yeah,
better
yeah.
deal. And so then the woman actually goes into a deep depression. And then she has to go to therapy. That's if she has any money left. And
We got to go to commercial, or we won't have any money left here. So, all right, let's go to commercial and talk more about the 10. We've only gone through 1 or 2 of the 10 things people lie about here on online dating, and I'm just fascinated and amazed because I don't know why online dating is so strange here. But we'll come back right after this and learn more.
Imagine what it would feel like to lose everything. Your job, your home, your family, your dignity. This has happened to thousands of the men, women, veterans, and young adults we serve at Working Wardrobes. What do we do to help? We provide career development services, life skills workshops, job skills training. We provide the perfect interview outfit, and we get clients placed in jobs. Call Working Wardrobes, 714-210-2460. Donate, volunteer, invest, hire.
When you use the Premier Rewards Gold Card from American Express, the rewards points can keep on multiplying. Buy 3 with triple points on airfare. Buy 2 with double points on gas and groceries. And a single point for pretty much every other dollar you spend on the card. Then, start choosing from over 1 million rewards to redeem all those points. Apply today and the annual fee for the first year is on us. Call 1-800-AXP-GOLD or visit AXPGold.com. The annual fee for the card is $175. See terms, conditions, and restrictions at AXPGold.com.
All right, you should hear all the suggestions of what we're going to talk about next year. I'll let them figure it out with some of these wild stories here. Okay, welcome back to That's a Wrap.
Well, you know what? I'm glad, and Linda, I've got to ask you. I want to hear more about this gigolo thing.
Sure, absolutely.
You know, Conrad here is telling me he's thinking about maybe changing careers.
He wants
and he
to know
wants
more.
to know. Yeah, he wants to know more about it. So
I need to get my chops going here.
Yeah.
Is it like, what was that movie with, who's the comedian? I forget.
Richard Gere, right?
American Gigolo.
Yeah. Well, but what was the other one about the silly guy that was there was a comedian that was like a bad gigolo.
Oh,
Deuce Bigelow.
Deuce.
Well, it was Adam, the Deuce Bigelow character.
Deuce Bigelow character, yes. And they said there was a union, so I don't know if there's actually a union for. They had conventions and stuff for gigolo conventions. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so this is what happened to me. A guy friended me on Facebook. He was 31, much younger than myself. I don't go out with men that young. And he
You
was
look like
reading...
you're 32, though. Come on, you can't do that. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
I have a great doctor, Dr. Malavi.
A little plug there. Send the payment to. Right.
Anyway, I knew what he was after when he wanted to talk to me. So I said, "Self, okay, let's talk to him. Let's hear the story."
How? What do you say that? So how would I know that just from that?
Because,
Hi, how are you? Hey, let's meet. Oh, gigolo.
I just knew it.
Well, you saw a picture of him before that, didn't you?
Yes, and he's super hot. Yes.
To be fair, it is her business. You know.
You're right.
Yeah, true. So this is exactly this is what I do.
Don't try this at home.
Don't try this yourself.
This is what I do. Anyway, I ended up. He called me. And in a nutshell, he said he would love to come and visit me in California. Of course, you know, since he was my guest, I would pay for everything, and the flight.
He was that blunt about it?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Wow.
He's he's looking up flights as we're on the phone.
He's looking at flights. Oh my goodness.
And he says it's 5 hours and 20 minutes, and I don't.
He's from the Midwest.
Yeah. He was from New York.
New York.
Yeah,
okay.
Yes, and he says, I really don't. I feel uncomfortable in coach for that long.
Hey, if you're come on, if you're a gigolo, I want to fly first class.
That's what he flat out told me
Can you
that.
blame
Megan,
the
what do
man?
you think?
I mean, I think he's a slacker. He should have gone private.
That's true. Yeah,
Well,
I didn't think about that.
He can't. Well,
He should have flown U.S. Gigolo.
probably he would have asked that. He's just not that smart enough yet.
He's a lightweight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
And the fact you didn't
Amateur.
the fact you kept talking to him lets him think that maybe there's a shot here. Because
Exactly.
if somebody called me, if a girl called me up, I mean, I can't imagine this, but I'm start the conversation and she says, "I want to come out and meet you." Oh, great, and you're hot. And then all of a sudden, but of course, I got to fly first, and I got to do this and everything. Immediately, I would be like, I don't think I'm going to continue this conversation.
Sure. Absolutely, but I drug it on, acting like I was going to do it. And he said, and by the way, while I'm there, I expect you to pay all the entertainment, food, all of that.
Wow.
Yeah, and then
Pretty bold.
he even got more explicit into asking me what I like sexually and things like that. So
that have an itemized bill.
yeah,
a choice, a
pretty much.
menu.
Yeah, I mean, he really wanted to know, and he tried to convince me that he was just all into me, just loves my pictures, just loves my profile, just loves me.
Wow.
And anyway, so then I said, okay, I could probably do it in a couple weeks. And he's like, okay, so he's looking at his calendar, because he says, let me go with my calendar. And he says, it gives me a date, 2 weeks. And I said, okay, I think that'll work. And he said, great. He says, so you'll book the flight? And I said, oh, absolutely. I said, but I need to check with my business partners first, because I think I might have something going on. So I'll have to get back to you. And right away he says, but you're going to call me back today, right? I said, absolutely. I said, just wait by the phone. I will
keep
call
waiting,
you
honey.
back.
He's still waiting.
Did you call him?
No, I didn't. I blocked him.
Oh, okay.
And one of the great things was, as she described that to me, I said, I was at the Registry Hotel in Naples a few years ago, and there were a lot of young, virile men dancing with women who were very old. And my wife at the time and I both looked at each other, and I said, these are gigigolos.
Yes, yes.
And when,
My God, that's a gigolo.
yeah, Linda goes, well, he goes to Miami all the time.
Yeah.
So apparently they've got a circuit.
Sure. He says another thing, and he told me was that he has a regular that lives in Miami that he goes to see. And
Wow.
yeah, and he just meets her, they go out to dinner, they have sex, and he leaves the next day.
How much money does he make?
Probably zero, because he's a DJ.
No, I mean, but from this exercise.
From
I
the
mean,
I don't know.
From this-
That's
Is it
Gigolo.
cat? So here's the deal. I'm a little lost. I mean, like, is it like a cat? I mean, like, is it like, like a
Straight prostitution?
like
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
grandpa? Like we shooting dollar bills? Or, I mean, was it like that? I mean, like, is it like an a la carte menu? Like, yeah.
Is it like straight prostitution?
want-
Does he say
Yeah,
this
exactly.
is $50, this is $100?
Well,
or
no, this guy is a professional. Most of them are. What they do is whatever your interests are automatically their interests are. If you love tennis, they love tennis.
Oh, nice.
Right? If you love cooking, they love cooking.
It's a
et cetera.
variation of the gold digger.
Yeah. right.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
It seems kind of convenient, though. There's an upside to everything. If you're an old lonely woman with a ton of money and you just want to have a companion for the night.
Sure.
So like VRBO for dating?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean-
vacation rental by owner.
I mean,
Okay,
as long as everybody's on the same page and no children or animals are involved, I really don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
But see, the interesting part is that they prey on women that are looking for a man, a boy
I know, but
toy.
if you're a 31-year-old, I mean, there's got to be something said for personal responsibility and a little bit of intelligence.
So
right?
what the heck? Go for it. Huh?
I mean, if a 31-year-old sends me a message and is like, I don't know.
They want it to be true, though.
I guess
Exactly,
so.
that's the
I
difference.
want world peace.
Yeah.
So if he says he's into world peace, you're going to go
Sure.
there, right?
Yeah. So, but I mean, I'm going to say this. I'm going to bring this up. This is the scary part.
This is so scary.
Yeah. Ages 45 to 64 women commit suicide. It's gone up 63%
Oh, that's not funny.
in the
What?
last 4 years. Yes. And the reason, a lot of the reason is depression. So if you meet a gigolo and he has you on cloud 9 and he moves in with you, and then he dumps you, you're going to go from cloud 9 to the floor, and you're going to a deep depression. And not only that, sexual transmitted diseases, that happens a lot. That I put in the free gift. I wrote all
That's
about.
kind of a free gift.
Yeah.
Everybody gets one.
Everybody
Yeah.
gets one, right? Herpes, the gift that keeps giving.
Yeah, I put I did add, it's the 5 sure signs you're dating a gigolo, what could go wrong, the serious consequences of it, and it's alive and well today. And I know a lot of
Well,
people.
Steve's a gigolo. I don't know if you know that, but he's
He doesn't take money for it.
no.
I'm old. No, I wouldn't do that. No.
Yeah, so it's a serious subject. It really, I mean, it's comical, it's funny. My blog is great. What's even better is the free gift that I wrote out. It's
What's the name of the blog and where do they hear it?
lindasdatelist.com.
lindasdatelist.com.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys have to read this book too. I mean, I was reading this book and we were talking about the employment thing. I'm like, do you have a vehicle?
I know.
Do you have a
I do,
vehicle?
but it actually the car blew up, so I'm going to do Uber. That's a red flag.
I have a vehicle. I took an Uber here, but I have to say, I don't drive my car so often that the battery is dead. That's how often I take Uber. Isn't that
it's
terrible?
funny. I take Lyft. I do Lyft all the time, but it was really, it's really strange about Lyft. I mean, I'm always, I always tell my daughter takes it and everything like that. And I was reading a blog, or not a blog, but a story on Facebook of this person that got picked up by Uber in Huntington Beach. This girl, and she said she kept hearing a banging in the trunk, and the guy was trying to turn up the music to try to drown it out.
He's
And
got
it-
somebody in the trunk?
A
Yeah.
gigolo.
A gigolo.
So
trying to
yeah,
get
I mean,
out.
but yeah, I mean, no, it's funny when you wrote this about all these warning signs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I bet. So what do you do now? I mean, do you date now or do you? I
No,
mean,
not after all this.
yeah, I'll
get
Jeez,
it.
somebody
I mean,
lives in a lives in a
qualification list. I mean, it's just
convent.
like-
I set my standards very high, obviously.
Yeah.
right?
Higher
So
than this.
I have 4 businesses, so I don't have much time to date, and so I write a lot. I'm a writer, and so I at this point in my life, I've been married and divorced, and I'm just really not looking. If it happens, it happens. If not, I'm completely happy with everything I'm doing.
That's
she needs
very
a
cool.
better class of gigolo than you may be offering.
Yeah, right.
A better class. Yeah, that's good. Well, you know what? Well, I'd like to have you back. I mean,
Great.
we seem like we just tipped a few things on here,
Yes.
but I'd like to have you back.
Sure.
So
I got
let's.
a lot to do, a lot to say.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we only got like a quarter way through the book, but hey, everybody, I need everybody to go out. You can look on Amazon, right?
Yes.
Because that's how this came through Amazon.
Yes.
The top 10 things people lie about on online dating sites and why. what every online dater needs to know by Linda Jenkins.
All right, let's take another quick break then, and we'll go to your second guest here. We'll change the topic to what are we going to talk about next? Which is the tease.
I don't know. After that, we don't know.
I don't know if there's anything to talk about.
Yeah, we're gonna. I think I'm gonna Linda here. We're gonna start. Yeah, we're gonna start having ask us questions.
How many gigolos can you fit in a trunk?
That's right. How many jiggles does it take to turn on a light bulb? I don't know. All right, here we go.
Imagine what it would feel like to lose everything: your job, your home, your family, your dignity. This has happened to thousands of the men, women, veterans, and young adults we serve at Working Wardrobes. What do we do to help? We provide career development services, life skills workshops, job skills training. We provide the perfect interview outfit, and we get clients placed in jobs. Call Working Wardrobes, 714-210-2460. Donate, volunteer, invest, hire.
When you use the Premier Rewards Gold Card from American Express, the rewards points can keep on multiplying. Buy 3 with triple points on airfare. Buy 2 with double points on gas and groceries. And a single point for pretty much every other dollar you spend on the card. Then, start choosing from over 1 million rewards to redeem all those points. Apply today and the annual fee for the first year is on us. Call 1-800-AXP-GOLD or visit AXPGold.com. The annual fee for the card is $175. See terms, conditions, and restrictions at AXPGold.com.
All right, it's not a wrap yet. We still got one more guest to go. Introduce your second guest.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for coming back. And we have Megan O'Brien with us right now.
Megan O'Brien.
Megan is amazing. She has been a friend of mine, another Facebook friend. She is a writer. She is a publicist. And she also is an inventor of this really cool, this new product for animals. And it's for people who walk their dogs and things like that. You could probably use it.
I'll bring it.
You know what? You could you use it for cats too? Can we not be biased here? Or can we? You know,
I mean, it's kind of
cat
PC.
Walking?
I'm really going to say it's just. We're going to be on PC and say it's just for dogs.
Just for dogs. Okay.
We're not all inclusive at Doggy Pack.
I don't know. After this last thing we just talked about with Linda, though, I mean, could they use it on dates?
We could use it for dates, and here's the thing: there's a spot that you can have keys or mace, so you can have easy exit and mace.
Wow.
There's also a slot with poop bags, so you can use it to pick up bullshit.
Yeah, there you go. I like it.
I like that.
And it's made very light for hiking or
running away.
Running away.
I hope the poop bag is big.
Yeah. So I started the first beauty blog in the whole wide world.
The first one?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I did. And at the time, only Perez Hilton and I were on the internet.
Wow.
And
wow.
So if I had a time machine, I would be on my jet right now, because when people told me I should do YouTubes, I told them why. I have a television show. Yeah, that wasn't smart.
Seriously.
So anyway, from that, I started writing beauty for Harper's Bazaar, and I represent a lot of different beauty brands, and I've been married and divorced, and I'm great at getting married. I'm not really great at staying married, so it's good I have other hobbies. And
marriage is just a hobby then?
Yeah, it's fleeting.
I have lots of
short
hobbies.
attention
Right?
span. So that's why I don't online date. I'm like, why? Just to get married again? I don't want to do it. So I created, it took me 2.5 years in patents and drawings and a lot of money, and I made a lot of mistakes.
What was that word? Drawings?
Drawings, yeah, I'm from Boston.
Drawings. There's a couple of extra R's in there. Drawings.
Drawings. Pictures. So I made a doggy pack, and because I do dog rescue, and it's very difficult. This is the stupidest idea, but it's brilliant, because if you have a dog, you need this. And I'm not curing cancer, but it will make your life a lot easier. And I brought one for Steve. Steve was nice enough to get one. Hold on one sec.
Does Steve have a dog? Do you have a dog?
I do. My dog, you know what? I have a little dog named Roxy, a little Pomeranian.
So, Steve, let's go through this for Roxy, so we can talk about
Hold it up.
Gosh,
the doggy pack.
This would also be good for the online dating.
That looks
Yes.
a little...
Yeah, that's a utility belt.
Clips.
Looks like,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what this is...
It's like a superhero cape.
Okay, so if you want to hold this up here, we'll explain
Okay.
it. Now, when you go for a
Little
walk
higher,
with
over
when
the
you
mic
go
there.
for a walk with your dog, it's very annoying, because you have poop bags, and if you're going on a hike, you need a place for your water, and then if you have water, what are you going to do? You pour it in the palm of your hand or on the sidewalk, or it's just a pain in the butt. So this comes exactly like this. The doggy pack has easy access, comes with the poop bags. Here is for
Is that what they're officially known as poop bags?
Poop bags,
I didn't know
yeah.
that.
Yes.
So it's a category.
Yeah, bags on board, waste bags.
If I go to Home Depot, I can go look for the poop bags.
Yeah, these are the best ones on the market, and they're our partner. And this month we have this is for treats and keys, and this month all the doggy packs comes with Boo Boo's Best dehydrated jerky, so in a coupon, so you can try that. And here's your water bottle. Now here is your cell phone, because nobody can be without their cell phone for 5 seconds. So not only is
including
it great,
the dog, right?
Exactly. Not only is it great for you can see who's calling you, but at night you put your flashlight mode on your phone, and with the reflective webbing, it lights up the belt so cars don't hit you. And then when you're on your walk, I love this. You have your water bottle. The dog's thirsty. What do? Inside the doggy pack, it comes with a little bowl.
Love it.
Now I love that. That's a great idea. Because so many times you do have a dog
you
out,
go, what
and
do
then
I do?
Yeah.
What am I going to
I always forget my dog's bowl.
Yeah.
Always. I'm a horrible pet owner.
Yeah.
So you just,
I admit it here.
It's very lightweight, and also if you don't want to walk your dog with the hands, you can put the leash for hands-free dog walking. So the leash can go here, or if this is a little wet, you
The
can
only thing
ride.
that looks weird, so you're going to strap this around. I thought this was originally one on the dog, but you're going to strap this
No.
around yourself.
Yeah.
So I've got this, so instantly I can whip out these little poop bags.
It's
as you
so
call them.
easy.
I
It's
love
so
it.
easy, and
This
then you
is
don't
awesome.
have in your before I designed this, every single jacket, hoodie, pair of pants. When I do the wash, the laundry, there's poop bags in my washing machine. I don't even need to do the plastic produce bags at the grocery store, because I
'Cause you
probably
got
have
so
some
many,
poop
right?
bags in my pocket for apples. But yeah, it just
They were not used, right?
not used. Yeah, that would be
Okay.
gross, Steve.
Why?
So
Hey, I had to ask.
So yes, so this it comes in pink, it comes in red, and this is the high-end one. This is the limited edition one. This one is going in Ron Robinson and Fred Siegel and celebrities.
Really? So you got it into Fred Siegel and places like that?
Yeah, Wayne Newton already ordered one. And I
You're
embroidered
kidding
his.
me.
It says Newton's Pooches. So this one is the limited edition.
Let's get Wayne on here. Call Wayne.
Yeah,
Get him
to
on.
the limited edition one, and it comes in red and pink, and this is the higher end one. I have one that's coming that is more for Target. This one is the retail on this. We're having 20% off if you go right now. So it's $64.99.
Operator standing by right now.
Doggypack, DOGIPACK.com. But in about 90 days, we're talking to Target, and they'll be half price. So
Wow.
we're starting with the celebrities and all the dog people, and every month
So you're telling me Wayne Newton is going to strap this on when he walks his...
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he looks
He has
like he's too cool to
he has-
walk around
This
with
is
that
the
on him.
coolest thing in the
Man,
world.
hey, you know what? And
I'll even
I'll even give you proof of that, because my
Okay.
friend does his pool
Yeah.
up in Vegas.
And he has
So
14 dogs.
He
Yeah.
has 14 dogs?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
had no
I did.
idea.
Yeah, he has 14 dogs.
we love dogs. That's true. My dog's a rescue, and you rescue dogs.
Rescue?
And one of our friends, Brian Balthazar, he has a rescue. It's the best way to get a dog. I mean, honestly, right?
Oh, it's the only way.
It's the best
And
way to
it's
get
the
a
best-
partner, too, a mate or a girlfriend. You
Yeah,
just
it's the
rescue
best.
One. Yeah.
Oh, of course. And they
Trying to tie
don't
together
have.
here.
Not only do we have a serious problem here with with killing dogs every month, but they mixed breeds have. It's kind of like purebreds are like the royal family, like the sisters being married to the father and the brother, and this is why they have all the health problems. So they don't
I
have.
see.
Yeah, a mutt will last you forever. A purebred, like the hips will go out at 7, or it's just a bad scene. So go rescue, adopt a dog, and every month we pick a new small dog rescue. This month, and because I just started late, I just got these this month and next month. We're sponsoring Louis Legacy, and they've flown 170 dogs from Hurricane Harvey
I read
and
that somewhere.
Irma,
Yeah, right.
into New York City. So we're
Awesome.
giving our proceeds, not all of them because I have to pay my rent, but a lot of them to Louis Legacy. So we give back because
That is
there's-
so cool.
You know where you're going to take this? We just did a feature here on OC Talk Radio on the OC Pet Expo, and it is the largest pet expo. It's over at the fairgrounds. That just took place a couple months ago. Once a year, and it's sponsored by all these big, the Pet Food Association or something, whoever makes all the dog food in the world. There's an association, and they put on this show, and it's the largest pet expo west of the Mississippi here. It's at the fairgrounds in Costa Mesa once a
Been.
year. Go look it
Oh,
up.
I've been. It's,
What is
it's
it?
crazy.
What's it-
Usually it's in
Pet-
April.
OC Pet
I'll
Expo.
go.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, this isn't, this is a very fashionable, it's already written up. Marie Claire, we weren't even launched. Marie Claire said it's brilliant. Pop Sugar 2 days ago said it's the best way to travel with your
Yeah.
pet. And the producer from the television show The Blacklist, he called me, and they're having an episode with dogs, the one with
Oh,
David.
that product
David
placement,
Spader, what's his name?
James Spader is the guy.
James
main-
Spader, yeah,
Spader,
So they're having a dog episode, and so they filmed Doggy Pack on one of the actors, and it's going to air the 5th episode of The Blacklist.
And
so
that is
Hollywood
so-
Hollywood is really liking this because it's so much easier.
How did they see it, though?
My daughter has 2 pit bulls.
Okay.
Okay, and
She
they're
needs a
big.
doggy pack.
She does. She would love that. I'm going to order one for her.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's perfect for her because the dogs weigh, 80 pounds each. So she's holding on both hands. you
Yeah,
know?
that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I was gonna go. Why also I'm like trying to lose so much weight because the camera adds 10 pounds, and I'm going on the Today Show with this.
What?
Yeah, and
How did you get all the? Do you get? How did they find out about you? I mean,
well, I know a lot of people, and
I
I saw
guess.
Kathy Lee, and so we talked. I saw her at Beverly Hills at the hotel. We have mutual friends.
Are you
and
going to
so,
drink wine with her?
Yes, that's
Okay.
the segment will be how to drink wine and walk your dog
Okay.
hands free at the same time. But I'm just going to wait to go on because I'm going to go on with the more affordable version because I feel like more
More people can buy it.
$79 is expensive, but you wear it every day and it goes back to rescue and it's a nice item, and I have a lot of celebrities.
Now, what goes back to rescue?
But look
you
at
didn't
this.
men-
This
you
is
didn't
like
mention
the
that.
I have
construction.
one
this
coming
is-
out 50% is going to rescue. This one's only 10 because I never manufactured before, so I kind of got a little bit over my head with manufacturing. But now I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
I didn't know what I was doing before.
So it's for a good cause as well as help yourself. Right?
I
Yeah.
love it.
My-
Absolutely.
This is made really well, you guys. I mean, seriously, this is cool. I might even just start wearing this.
This
normally.
is. I wear mine when I don't even have my dogs because I put my. So what we did was with the belt, why it goes in here. And so when you're walking, so you don't have to fumble with your phone. So what you can do
You
is
can see, yeah.
you just pull the lever
I
and
get
it
it,
ejects your phone for you. You know what I mean?
Oh, it pulls it
that's
out.
cool.
It pulls it
Yeah,
out
yeah,
for
yeah,
you.
yeah.
So you put your phone here, and then if you're walking, so you don't want to be like this, you just pull the little thing and it'll pull your phone
Now,
out
what
for
would you say if you went on an online date and somebody showed up with one of these things? Or would
I
you,
would marry them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if
Or I would just give them sex immediately. I heard
Right
that
here,
with
right
a lot
now.
of people that when they get their doggy pack,
Yeah.
just they start having a lot of random sex. So
I'll
I don't
bet.
know. I think you should get.
You may
know,
want to repeat
Linda,
your web
this may be
address.
in the.
yeah, the
doggypack.com.
sales just shot up.
The more you buy, it's weird. The more sex people claim they have. So I think that it's a really it's a great
It's
item.
so obvious, though. It really
and
is
we're
obvious.
offering. We're going to be offering. We're still building the site out, but we're going to be offering for Christmas also, like we did. I want to show. I guess you can't see it, but you can't see what I did for Wayne. We embroidered here.
Wayne, he's Wayne now. Wayne,
we-
just
we-
Wayne.
Here, we
We
can put up here the
embroidered-
camera. There's a camera here.
Yeah,
just
we,
Wayne.
we
Wayne
embroidered
Newton.
Newton's pooches on his.
Aw.
So we're going to have also soon for Christmas if people want to have
There
embroidery
you
for
go.
their pets. And you know, one of my friends that bought this, her sister is married to one of the richest men in the country, right? Like one of the richest men.
Okay.
And she said, my sister Stacy has everything. Like
Yeah, I would think.
Picasso's and the this and da-da-da. She said to get her anything is impossible.
right.
So she said, this is one thing I know she doesn't have.
Wow.
And she hikes with her dog. So she said, I'm buying it. She bought a pink one for Stacy. So I mean, it's a gift for anyone that has a dog, and
For
it's
those
great.
who think they have everything,
For have everything,
you don't.
You don't, because it's brand new, and I have the patent. And if you see anybody with anything like this, that it is not doggy pack, please call me.
Now, one of the things you have to check as
We're going to send
Steve,
a gigolo over there.
Yeah.
as Steve's show progresses, we're on camera. You have to call in and say, "Where's his doggy pack? Is he going to wear this now? Is
I'm
this
going
like
to do.
product
I will
placement?"
do a Facebook Live. I'm going to go home and I'm actually.
Dude,
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
sport this.
it's great, yeah. And you know what else is really, honestly, I hate holding things. I wear my doggy pack when I don't have my dogs, when I'm walking with my neighbor to Starbucks in the morning, because I put my phone, I put my phone in there and my keys. I actually use this for my keys. I put my keys there, and then I go hands free.
What do you do with the poop bag?
Again, sometimes there's just not a porta potty around, and you're
You gotta go, you
having
gotta
a hard time. So I pay for Starbucks with my phone. I have the app.
Oh.
Look at
So
it
I
fits here.
just
Look,
I
let's
just
see.
put
That
yeah
water bottle?
I just put my phone in there,
Nice.
and I don't have we walk to Starbucks, and it's an easy walk. I'm not carrying my bag. I'm not. It's just
Well, it's nice to walk hands free.
it's really nice.
Yeah.
And
It
fanny
is.
packs, there was a huge thing in Us Weekly 2 weeks ago that the fanny pack is back bigger than before.
Bigger than before. Who knew?
I
Chanel
actually-
is
everything.
better than the fanny.
Well, I actually have one, but mine is like it's really flat, and I hide it under my shirt. I use it when I go traveling and stuff. I have it.
Well, use your doggy
There
pack.
you
I'm gonna
go.
use a
And
doggy
then you
pack,
know what?
yeah.
If you don't have the dog with you and you get a little hungry, you get a bowl right there. What
You know,
more could
to
you
be-
need?
To be honest with you, I'm probably gonna eat the beef jerky. Yeah, it's probably what it actually looks good. I even brought
Boo
some in
Boo's
my-
Best, and also I want to give a shout out to Boo Boo's Best because not only is this great tasting for the dog, but it helps with the digestive system.
Are these
and their
partners of
coat.
yours? I mean, do you get it and you get all these pieces?
Yeah, if you buy a doggy pack, you're gonna get treats and coupons. You're gonna get the bags.
Who makes the bags? We got to plug the bag
This
manufacturer.
is Bags on Board. Is the company Bags on Board poop bags? They call it, actually, I don't want to get them mad. Bags on Board's waste disposal.
Yeah, I wouldn't think they would list it as poop bag, right? Yeah.
Waste disposal bags. So they are very, I had another bag company. I've spent 2.5 years designing this. I wanted to make sure it was right. And I had another bag company, and Prudence and Chopper are my small terriers. One's 11 pounds and one's 16. So they're not big dogs. And it was fine, the bag I had before for Prudence and Chopper. Then I tested on my friend's Great Dane. I was going to have a lot of angry
Great
customers.
Dane poop here.
No, so now the bad news is I have 4,000 poop bags from another company that I actually bought. And I'm going to make that. You said I should donate them, so I'm going to donate those.
Right.
I didn't want to sell them because I didn't want people to say, now thank you for. I've got a handful of poop. So we got everything is really the highest quality. I spent a long time.
And you're saying that if
their
their sex doesn't go up, that you get money back, right?
That's not what I said. I said if your sex isn't going up, you probably didn't buy enough.
Oh,
that's right.
That was it.
How many? I got to ask a question. How many did Brian Balthazar buy?
I have to send one off to Brian Balthazar. I told him he's helped me a lot. I'm not going to take Brian Balthazar's money. I'm going to send him he just needs to tell me what color. I should have them all in stock within the next 2 weeks. So
I'm going to order one.
My sister,
yeah, this is really cool. I'm really loving this.
If anybody has a dog, they need it. This is something you 3 times a day they're going to use it.
He was trying to sell you by his sister.
Well, my sister has a dog walking business.
Oh.
I would think this would be a staple for every single person who's got a dog walking
this would be great for a dog walker.
If you're a dog walker, you should buy this from me on wholesale and sell it to your clients.
Yes.
There you go.
And,
Operator standing by.
How do you get it again?
Doggy Pack, DOGIPACK, doggypack.com.
So, Steve, when you told me you're going to bring in celebrities, I was a little hesitant when I saw we're going to talk about doggy packs, but I didn't know these are really big celebrity endorsed products here. So there you go.
Absolutely, yeah. This is great. I mean, I'm really thankful you guys came in today.
No, thank you.
We got to get Wayne on the phone though. He's got to do a little shout out for you next time.
We'll wait for him to use it, and then we'll call and get his endorsement.
There you go. We'll get him on the phone here.
But I have a lot. I mean, I really do. I have a lot of celebrities that I know are going to use this that have rescue dogs, because rescue in Los Angeles is a real emergency. Our shelters are really full.
My friend, Addie, she's on Facebook. She does Addie. She does all big German Shepherd. She does all sorts of dogs. And I give a shout out to people. And I will just say one thing in closing that, honestly, don't go to puppy mills, guys, and don't go to pets. Don't buy from pet stores.
No.
God, I feel like Bob Barker. Wait,
no,
spay and neuter your pets, people.
No,
honestly, you guys really need a rescue. That's the best thing to do. Well, thanks again, you guys. I really appreciate it. My first show, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Thank you.
Cut. That's a wrap.